Hello everybody, this is Ryan, also known as MrMightyMcD, and today I'm giving you a first look at the Final Fantasy XIII 2 demo, developed by Square Enix and published by Square Enix. This 1.3GB demo starts you off in episode 2 of the game and features quite a lot from the main game. You'll be able to participate in beautifully rendered cutscenes, random battles, side quests, shopping, upgrading, and more. Unlike a lot of demos, this one offers quite a lot and is the kind of demo you can expect to play for a few hours with all the townspeople to talk about and the side missions that you can participate in. Considering I haven't really played much of Final Fantasy XIII, I'm giving you my impressions as if this was a standalone game and not a sequel so much. Right away, if you haven't played Final Fantasy XIII before or understand its dynamic turn-based battle system, you might find yourself a little bit confused, but thankfully the game throws you plenty of tutorials that are easy to read and understand, and allows you to face off against Atlas's right arm, which is a nice way to introduce you to the game's mechanics. If you're confused still after the tutorials, think of Commando as your offense, Medic as your heal, Sentinel to help provoke the enemy, and Ravager to boost your chain bar percentage. The chain bar in the top right corner is a bar in which you mostly build with Ravager attacks. With this you can increase the power of your attacks gradually, but it does make you more open, meaning you'll have to switch to Medic or even use potions to not get destroyed. You can switch the Paradigm shift, sorry if I pronounce that wrong, by pressing LB, but if I like to, as I like to call it, I just like to call it the changing modes button pretty much. A lot of the confusion you'll find with Final Fantasy XIII 2's battle system at the start is pretty much with the name and phrases, but if you see it like that and abilities is just different ways to say attack, the battle system is quite simple and it becomes really fun. The way in which this game becomes more complex though is by giving you enemies that some of your attacks or methods they might be immune to, or you'll have to be lightning fast with your move decisions in order to progress. There's something that you always have to pay attention to. There's even a blue bar while you string attacks, and you'll have to wait for it to fill fully. And choosing individual attacks may take up 1 block, 2 blocks, or even 3 blocks. This is a little bit daunting at times, but there's even a pet system as well, and it makes you think, oh man, there's another thing to concentrate on. But it's very fun after a few minutes, and it just becomes seamless. The pets are quite interesting and might seem a little bit useless, but as you level them up gradually, they're pretty badass, and the moves they do are pretty good. And you activate them by pressing X. Outside of combat though, you pretty much just roam around the town, speak to townspeople, and take part in side missions, which are somewhat interesting and quite fun to do, but they aren't always clear. You're clear in the terms of what objective you have to do, but if you have to retrieve something, it's not clear where that might be. Getting to point A to point B to the next main mission is clear though, but don't expect to find it to be an easy trip, as you might have to grind a little bit and upgrade your characters and party if you want to progress further, as you might just get destroyed the next step. You get points from battles to upgrade your party, and you can purchase items from some crazy chocobo cosplay woman for your weapons, and it's nice to know that these character models and designs look nice whilst playing this game a lot. The environments aren't as bland and empty as you might see in past RPGs or other RPGs. It's quite nice to just run around and talk to people and learn more about the world and what's going on and get a bigger grasp on things. The cinematics are very well done with a few quick time events, but they don't take away from the action too much, and they're nicely placed even though they sometimes might catch you off guard. The controls will most likely have you scrolling through menus and pressing the A button a lot, as whilst walking around the town you can either walk into an enemy or get a quick first strike by pressing A to activate it first hand. X will access your map in case you get lost, B will make you jump, and Y gets you pretty much into the main menu of the game where you can upgrade your characters, assemble your party and so forth. The music in Final Fantasy XIII 2 is pretty good. The orchestral theme in the menu and in the cutscenes is very nice and is nicely split up with some rock music playing in the battles and sets the mood nicely. Everything about Final Fantasy XIII 2 is crisp and clear. The voice acting isn't too bad either, and the art style is very nice to look at. There isn't really anything bad to look at in this game, and you should find yourself having a good time playing the demo. I was surprised by how much I liked it towards the end of play, and for what I've played of Final Fantasy XIII, there seems to be enough new stuff here and new improvements for Final Fantasy XIII in Final Fantasy XIII 2 from playing the demo alone that makes you maybe even pick up the game just based on the demo itself. This game was released on December 15th in Japan last year and is coming out in January 31st in North America and February 3rd in Europe. I advise you give this demo a go. There's a lot to offer. It looks great, sounds great, and seems to be a pretty well made RPG with an interesting story to boot too. If you didn't get into Final Fantasy XIII before, you should give this a go. It works with casual players and the more hardcore players. I hope you enjoyed this quick look for the Final Fantasy 13-2 demo. Please give it a like rating if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and check out this demo. A link to it will be in the description. Thanks guys.